Hey! Welcome, my populace, to this new video. Today we're talking about languages, of course. This is a channel where we always talk about that. And I'm going to give you my little experience, my little story time about how I became a polyglot. First, I need a drink. Today we're talking about how did I became a polyglot. So, for the people who's new here, my name is Bettina. Welcome to the channel. People who's back, thank you so much and welcome back. I am a 32 years old girl and a woman. Let's be honest, I'm a woman, I'm 32 years old. Who has learned 3 languages plus 2 languages she was already speaking when she was a child. So basically today I'm speaking 5 languages. And I'm going to take 2 minutes just to go through those languages and you will see which language I'm talking about. Naïvi que le balingara, malheureusement on a accent moko ya vraiment accent ya ba français. Nalheureusement na français naïvi le balingara sans français té. Na mélanger que les ba langue mi balé. Que le balingara trotté parce que lingala nanga ezali na ba faute moko et accent moko et nalinga kangote. Le français évidemment aussi, deuxième langue que j'ai appris quand j'étais petite, du coup voilà, rien d'acceptable à dire dessus, je le parle depuis très petite, je le parlais déjà depuis que j'étais au Congo, je suis née au Congo d'ailleurs, et je le parlais déjà depuis que je suis au Congo, ça n'a pas changé, c'est la langue, on va dire, que je reviens instinctivement dessus. Et aujourd'hui, pour moi, c'est vraiment genre ma langue maternelle. I learned English, of course. English was in school. I learned it when I was a child, and then after in high school. Mostly the language, the way of speaking came way after that because I used to live in the States for a year, and also I really learned a lot by watching TV shows, listening podcasts, YouTube videos and stuff like that. That's how I perfect my accent, and that's how I was able to become that fluent in English. Hablamos en español. El español es la tercera lengua, no, la segunda lengua que aprendí sola en la escuela, obviamente, pero hablarlo y tener un acento que vas a escuchar que viene un poco más de América del Sur, porque bueno, he aprendido mucho con las telenovelas, aprendí mucho con esta cultura, a mí me gustaba, bueno, siempre me está gustando esta cultura de latinos. Lo estaba hablando más cuando estaba trabajando para un hotel, que estaba un hotel de una marca español, porque había más personas hablando español allá, pero bueno, desde que me fui a Italia, desde el año pasado, non sto hablando tanto l'espagnolo. L'ultimo è l'italiano. Ho iniziato a imparare italiano da un anno, è stato complicato per me perché l'italiano è molto parecido all'espagnolo. L'anno scorso ho vissuto a Roma per 7 mesi, dopo è ritornato a Parigi e oggi devo ritornare altra volta a Milano, in Italia, non a Roma, però a Milano. So, I was saying, now that I give you the context, that's how I learned those 5 languages, that's how I'm speaking those 5 languages now. And I have a challenge left for this year to come, to actually learn 2 new languages, because Italian has become a level that I'm not doing an active learning anymore. I'm more in a passive learning. I still have to do a lot of things. Of course, I'm still missing a lot of vocabularies, a lot of words to use, time and verbs and stuff like that. But of course, this is more like a passive learning. And all the time that I'm moving from another level to a language that I was doing actively, I'm going to be adding a new one. And then I thought, why not adding 2 that I somehow studied already since a long time? But I was not really focusing on that because I didn't have time, which is German and Dutch and Portuguese. So Portuguese will be probably easier because, again, I already speak Spanish and Italian. So I think adding the Portuguese will be just like the things to do. So now we're going to talk about how did I become a polyglot. I'm going to give you 4 tips today in this video. The first thing that I have done to become a polyglot was to start talking. Okay, I'm just gonna emphasis on the word start talking. Start talking. You will not go anywhere. You will not go anywhere with a language if you're not speaking it. It's impossible. As I explained you when I was speaking Italian, I was not speaking Italian at all when I was in Rome last year, and then only when I said, okay girl, you will need to get there because you need that language. If you're going to live in this country, you need Italian. It's impossible to be in this country without the language. When I finally accepted that and I just started talking, I unblocked it, everything that was blocked. Even when you're making a lot of mistakes, even when you don't have the words, even when you have to think, just start speaking. Just start speaking now, okay? Second tip is to accept the idea to go back to the base, okay? It's very important to go back to the base before just like starting and talking. And for that, just take a book. whatever books this is. I like to use Assimil brand. They are amazing. I'm going to show you one that I have right now. I told you I'm learning Portuguese, so I have the Assimil in Portuguese. I also have that in the one in German. And those books, I had that in Italian. I never had that in Spanish. I had in Italian, Portuguese, and German. That saved my life, okay? It's very basic. This one is like literally beginner, okay? It's in French, but it's beginner. Depending on the language, you will have more and more chapter on the basics because, you know, for example, Portuguese is not that complicated language, but the syllabus and the phonetics is very long on that. Then you will learn to do phrases, like simple sentences. Then you do the adjectives, and then the verbs, and then the time. You will do the present, the past perfect, and then the future. Oh, and you will go to the basics. Just literally take this book, go to the basic. It's like, I would say 2 or 3 months, depending on your level, depending on your timing, depending how much you're putting into that. And then after, once it's done, you will be able just to speak and then literally to learn by doing like passive learning. But you need those active learning first, and those active learning has to be with a book. Not only Assimil, you can take whatever book you have there, but I always been working with those one. It's been working for me. The third tip that I would say is very important is to read. People will say, what? But I'm learning a language. I'm just studying. I will not be able to read. Yes, you will not. It will be very uncomfortable. I'm not going to lie, it will be. But reading is very important because by reading, you're doing 2 things. You're doing the reading, which is like getting the sentences, getting the way of forming a sentence, getting the vocabulary, getting the grammar, the spelling, and all the things. That's the first thing. So you're getting a lot of things by just reading. And also, you don't pay attention because you're just not talking, but you're actually talking with your inside voice, your inner voice. And that's important because you are already trying to articulate the words that you're reading on. So if I'm reading the word day is written D-A-Y. If I'm reading day like D-A-Y, I'm not going to say D-A-Y. I would say day. I would try to understand how it's said in my head, but I will still try to understand how the word is pronounced. And by doing this one, you actually talking already. The last tips that I would give to you, it was the third, yeah, that was the third one. So the last one that I would give to you is clearly forget about shame. Okay, we're gonna talk here. Forget about shame. Forget about, oh, I feel like uncomfortable. Oh, I don't know. Forget about that. That's just not helping you. This is on a lot of things. This is on a lot of things, by the way. Most of the time, you're facing something. This is a great opportunity for you. But because you're ashamed of something, because you feel uncomfortable with something, you will just miss that opportunity. So trust me. Forget about that. We don't have the time for that, okay? There's only one life, and everybody will make fun of you, whether you're doing something great or whether you're doing something stupid. So just bear with that, okay? So basically, people will always have something to say to you, even if you're doing something good or something bad. Just accept that and just move on. So that's mean don't be ashamed of anything because you're wasting your time being ashamed of someone for someone when that person is already doing what he's doing. Just talk and don't be ashamed and try, and then there is nothing wrong. I mean, what would be worse? Speaking a language with an accent than not speaking at all the language? You know what I mean? I hope this video has helped you. I am so happy to start a new year with you guys. I've missed YouTube. I've missed being on that channel. And hopefully you guys are going to come more and more and you're going to like that video. If you love it, please give it a thumbs up. That's helping me so much because it will be making me more visible on that platform and will be helping other people to get to 5 languages, 6 languages, 7 languages, or how many languages we're going to be able to talk here. The challenge is to learn 2 languages by September to be fluent in 7 languages. Okay, right now we have 5. We're trying to get 2 more by the end of school year, so probably like May, June 26th. I think I can do it. I think even January we can actually already get to conversational, maybe not fluent, but probably conversational. Let's try that. Do not forget to ask me any questions that you have about the languages, what type of video you will want to see. I am going to do, of course, more days focusing, a study session. We will do those things. We will also do like a day with me speaking a language, a day with me speaking French, a day with me speaking Spanish, a day with me speaking Italian, whatever. We're going to do those kind of videos. We're going to talk to you also about how I choose a language, what are the motivation for me to speak a language. I mean, we're going to talk about a lot of things. I'm going to help you here. I am speaking 5 languages, as I said, by 2025, and the idea is to speak 7 languages by 2026. and then of course keep adding more and more. I don't have a maximum of languages. I only know that I want to speak as much languages as possible. This is my dream. This is one of my first goal in life. It's not my first goal, it's one of my biggest goal in life, is just speaking a lot of languages. So that's what we will do here, and I'm going to give you all my tips and experiences and what I've been doing that work for me, and hopefully sharing that with you so it can work for you too. Don't forget to subscribe. You guys are watching me but not subscribing, please subscribe. The link is in the description box. If you're watching me on TV, you can also click on this image that is here or here, I never know where it is, and join the Populace for the next video. Guys, I love you. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.